Well, we want you to see this before it goes away. A nice shot outside this morning over the Sandias, the sun coming up. And the temperatures are nice and comfortable, but I want to talk a little bit about some of the smoke. We're watching still the Diego fire. Can't really see it in that shot, but we are going to be smelling and seeing some of the smoke in Santa Fe, even in Albuquerque. Air quality alert through 2 o'clock p.m. So do keep that in mind this morning. Santa Fe, Albuquerque, and Los Alamos residents, you may be dealing with some of that smoke. So you're going to want to limit that outdoor activity as you take you through your morning hours. But here's a look outside. 78 degrees. We actually just changed some of the, we changed the picture for you. So looking a little further towards the north along the Sandias. 78 degrees right now. East-northeast winds at around 14 miles an hour. And a lot of us are dealing with pretty comfortable temperatures. We've actually dropped a few degrees in Albuquerque and Socorro. Ruidoso in the 60s. And we have a front moving in that's going to kind of help cap our temperatures for today. So we're not going to be seeing that extreme heat. And as we talk about the winds, that's another big change we're going to see. 10 to 20 mile an hour winds already in the north and east, out of the north and east behind that frontal system. And we'll see a lot more of these winds turn more out of the north and east through today, and they're going to pick up. Here we are this afternoon. These spots of yellow, that's where we have sustained winds 30 to 35 miles an hour. Elsewhere, the shades of blue will have sustained winds 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts as high as 35 and even 40 at times as this front starts to crank its way across the state. But it is going to also help bring us some scattered showers and storms. A lot of this moisture you're seeing down in the south and west, not necessarily falling to the ground, actually evaporating before it reaches the ground. But we are going to see our eastern locations again have that much better chance for rain and storms. Santa Fe, Albuquerque, you are again right in that transition zone for today. So you may be lucky enough to get 1 or 2 isolated showers, especially higher elevations, but a much better chance for rain and storms once this front moves through and we start to tap into some moisture from the south. That's going to bring us a little bit more widely scattered showers and storms for our Wednesday, and we'll even hold on to a pretty decent chance for rain and storms into our Thursday as well, but the chance for rain will shift a little bit further towards the west, with our eastern locations starting to dry out just a bit. So your metro area today, increasing cloud cover. Winds, they will be strong, 10 to 20 miles an hour for much of the afternoon, but we are going to see winds potentially up to 30 miles an hour today with the chance for spot storms. Temperatures this morning, mid-70s, and then slowly climbing mid-80s through noon, 90 degrees by 5 o'clock. With most of us dealing with much better temperatures, a little bit closer to normal. No triple digits today. We've got the 70s, 80s, and the 90s statewide. So as we take you into parts of southern Colorado, 80s and 90s, with a west wind 10 to 20 miles an hour, staying mainly dry in southern Colorado. A better chance for rain and storms the next few days. Into the north and west, we'll still have the hot temperatures with the 90s in a lot of locations, and we'll keep it dry with a northwest wind 10 to 20 miles an hour for today. Into the south and west, still hot, mid and upper 90s. No extreme heat with the triple digits. A north wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, and an increasing chance for rain and storms tomorrow and Thursday, with temperatures expected to drop by about 10 degrees. Then into the southeast, scattered showers and storms today, and northeast wind 15 to 25 miles an hour sustained with gusts as high as 45. 80s and 90s for the majority of the area, with temperatures dropping about 5 more degrees by tomorrow, still holding on to that chance for rain. Then into the northeast, scattered showers and storms today with nearly widespread 70s. We'll have winds northeast 20 to 30 miles an hour with gusts as high as 40, and temperatures staying in the mid 70s tomorrow with the chance for rain returning. Into the northern mountains today, 70s and 80s for most with spot storms possible. East winds 10 to 20 miles an hour. Then into the east mountains, it will be windy with an east wind 10 to 20 miles an hour and spot storms possible with mid and upper 80s. We're going to watch for some pretty strong canyon winds as well, with the winds flowing out of the east. So pretty windy in the metro area. We'll have a 20 to 30 mile an hour sustained wind with gusts as high as 40. Partly cloudy skies. 80s and 90s today, and we could get an isolated thunderstorm or two. We talk about moisture. We may be lucky enough to get a few raindrops out of that today. We'll have a much better chance for some of the wet stuff headed our way tomorrow and Thursday.
All right, sounds good. Yeah. We'll hope for that rain.
We need it.
Yeah.
By the way,